today we're looking at this 2.5 Fared capacitor with a 4-gauge wiring kit and all the little bits and pieces to install it. So we're going to get in this Jeep because we have, of course, the 600 watt JL amp. I know there's a lot of haters out there for JL. And then we got a new addition, bumping us up to 2100 watts. So this is going to come in handy. So y'all stay tuned and we will get this in.
Okay. Score. Put this in.
So, now that you have your capacitor, we're going to unbox it. Now remember, you need a Farad per 1000 watts. We have 600 watts, so 2.5, more than enough. If you want to expand, you can. But when you get this lovely capacitor, linked below, it comes with a capacitor. This one has LED gauge on the front. We'll show that lit up when we install it. I'll hold that. I've already dropped it once. That's it. And it comes with an Allen wrench. And then it comes with some Phillips screws. The Allen wrench is for these lugs on the capacitor. So it's unboxed. That's it. Now let's get in. Our son's been doing this, taking the seat out. Seats out.
Yeah.
Seats out, so we're ready to install. Now remember, this has also this little, oh shoot, this is a resistor, so you can charge your capacitor without just direct shorting to your battery, because that sucks. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the grounds. We don't do the positive because we don't like the sparkage if you accidentally hit the metal. Okay, so we look at our capacitor. This is our negative side, this is our positive side. And we're going to this amp. So here is our connections coming from the battery. So we're going to plug in our negative. And we're going to put our positive right here. Make sure your battery is disconnected or you'll get some serious sparkage as soon as you touch this positive to this positive. And that would be bad. You don't want that. Okay, now that we have that in place, these are our new cables we made. And we're going to plug our ground on this side because we're not using a bus bar. And we're going to plug our positive on this side. So this kit comes with the Allen wrench so you can tighten up your capacitor. So that's one less thing. And you see, I'm going to have these all facing this way because we're going to mount the capacitor over here. And I want them closer to the amplifier. And so I torque them down, make sure they don't move. Make sure nothing is touching because the positive and negative would suck. We're using self-tapping screws to put these in. Some of them are difficult to get in. This one's bent. So once you have your capacitor plugged in, you can just plug in your amplifiers. The battery is still disconnected doing this. So we still have to charge our capacitor. Okay, so we're plugging in our grounds now. We leave this is to our amp, we're leaving that disconnected because we have to charge the amp. And then we'll put this is to no sparks, that's a good sign. We'll put this on and then we'll tighten these up and we're good to go. Okay, so now we're going to charge the capacitor. We're going to touch it to here, and it's going to charge. We're using this resistor here to reduce the voltage going.
Oh, there you go. It's working.
Okay.
It's at 12.5.
Okay. So the little capacitor was taking too slow, so I just bounced this cable off here until it charged. Hopefully our battery is not completely drained. And then we'll just screw this on. Okay, so our battery on our Jeep is at 12.6. This thing does go off when it's not getting current pulled. Okay, so now we're going to do a frequency test and see how this does. Okay. And that was our frequency test. You saw it basically, you saw the battery draw, but with just hard-hitting bass, this should be able to react to it and cover the gaps where your battery can't feed the proper amount of juice. Okay, so we have the cap in, and stay tuned for, it's going to be not next week, but the week after, because we have to finish the lift kit video. But that's where we're actually going to show the amp that's installed after we do some testing and more fine tuning. It's going to be a lot of fun. But she really likes the new amp.
I can hear him coming into the neighborhood.
Yeah. And when he's sitting out here just playing with it in the garage.
It's really far away.
When he's sitting out here playing in the garage, it is super loud. Okay, so yeah, we did this. This is my son and his Jeep. We updated the sound system a little bit, and now me and the wife are sitting in the house trying to work, and this is what we hear. And yeah, this is just loud. The whole house is shaking. Just shakes everything in the house.
Well, there was a few sounds I wasn't sure what was going on. We haven't checked around the house if something fell off the walls or something, because he was shaking the house and there was some weird sounds.
But that's going to be
probably pictures.
Probably. That's going to be in the video in 2.5 weeks. So y'all stay tuned for that, or 2 weeks. So y'all stay tuned for that. That's 2100 watts on the subwoofer we put in. I'll leave a link down below for the subwoofer we put in this. It's a Scar 10-inch. And his friends are like, how did you get so much bass out of a 10? 110. Because his friends got 212s with 5,000 something watts.
Well, they come over like all the time to ask my husband questions about their stereos.
Yeah, well, back in the day, you know, we used to have things called cheater amps where we get a 25 watt amp. There was a half ohm stable that you could get 1,200 watts out of. And yes, it would weld the cables together, but she's doing it. But guys, if this was helpful for you, and the capacitor, you know, 2.5 farad, that is good for about 2,500 watts. So if you have that, you may need one. If you have a weak battery, you may need one of them. But with a 2.5 farad capacitor, it is really going to help extend your battery because your battery has a very low C rating. If it's a lead acid like we have in this one, and the capacitor is instant power. It doesn't have a lot of it, but it disperses it quickly. So don't touch them two terminals with your tongue. And this is why you don't touch capacitors. There we go. I imagine it's going to leave a mark. And y'all, if you like our channel, subscribe. If you like the video, hit the like button. It's down there. It's like this.
It's just loud.
Leave comments if you have some input to give, some constructive criticism, or maybe you're just a troll.
Be nice.
Be a nice troll. And y'all, please take care.
Bye. Bella's freaking out over there. Bella. Oh, good.
We didn't leave her in this time.
Oh.
Y'all stay tuned. Okay, so we're using self-tapping screws to put these in. And I'm going to try to put one in right here. Some of them are harder than others. And this one's going to be... We're using self-tapping screws to put these in. Some of these are a pain in the butt and some aren't. We're using self-tapping screws to put these in. Some can be difficult. And we're using self-tapping screws to put these in. Some of them are an issue.
Yeah, what are you doing? Want me to do it?
We're using self-tapping screws to put these in. Some of them are difficult to get in. This one's bent.
And you're stripping it.
It's already unboxed. Let's see, what is that? Can you see there? I think so. This shirt is so disgusting. It's got resin on it and stuff like that. Okay, so I don't want to start with okay.
Oh, yeah, letters. Oh, I need to do the bloopers. You're right.
Do you like the speaker system? Is it too loud?
Your breath stinks. Fatty. Fatty over here. She's like a sausage.
She is. She is the biggest Pomeranian I've ever seen.
She loves hugs. Oh, she hugs.
She snores too, all night long.
She snorts.
Snorts and snores.
She loves Mama. Oh. You put another one?